let's see what the map modes are. Okay. We've got Splat Zones, Kelp Dome, and Reef. Interesting. Okay. Thinkings. I'll go and have this. All right. I'm gonna get a lobby open. Boink. Yeah, it's Kelp Zones. It's not the worst. Oh, right. Devi's actually celebrating because Devi gets to play Hydra here. And we want to do this, and we want to do this, and then we're good. All right. I'm not playing that weapon. Nope, I'm not playing that hat either. Actually, I'll just gear farm. That's the thing to do right now. So lobby's up. I accidentally zoomed in my shoes. Check out my soccer cleats. Heck yeah. So, I believe, Avery, you have not made your way up to B rank yet? Haven't unlocked league mode?
No, yeah, not yet. Still C. I think I'm C rank. Not C minus, but C.
All right. Making progress there. But in the meantime, hey, Devi. Hey, buddy, old friend, old pal. Wanna hop in and shoot some squids? Nice. All right. And Mikey and Simon, whenever you guys can hop in here.
Yeah, I'm
still charging.
Right. I forgot about
I've
that.
been juggling the switches because of charging unlocking characters.
Okay. In that case, maybe Simon and I should just do some pairs. Sorry, Devi.
Rejected.
Hey, how's it going? This is Maybe Star. I was in her stream just yesterday. And told the crew over there that we were going to be streaming here today, streaming some coaching. That is scheduled for 4 p.m. Pacific, so a little less than an hour from now. For the time being, we have a crew of 3 other coaches, and we play league battles and talk about team dynamics and stuff while we're doing it. So at the moment, Mikey's Switch is charging, so he's not available. So we're going to be doing some pairs for the time being. Yes, I put up the cat to protect the password. He's very good at protecting the password, distracting people with his beauty. Simon, you on your way? Got the
It's not up yet.
Okay. The cat actually does not belong to me. That particular one belongs to Bab, Sploon Baby, who you may or may not see in the chat at some point here. Let's see, what other cats do I've got? I've got this one who's in a bread maker. I got him from the internet.
There it goes.
This one actually doesn't have a picture attached to him, but then we've got this one. This is Cassie the cart cat. This is a picture that Devi took. You can see Devi in the chat there. So I just kind of accept cats, and also the. Aw, look at him. So that is also a friend of Devi's. All right. So Kelp Dome and Reef. Oh, we're going in with double armor. So if any of them have armor, we're gonna have a lot. Double armor is actually really good for splat zones, because basically you need to keep people on the zone in a position where they can paint the zone, which happens to be where they're most likely to get shot. So the armor is going to protect them. It's also going to help you kind of push in as a team and actually shove people away from the zone, which you kind of have to do by just threatening them. So we've even experimented on my competitive team with triple armor. And that's a little bit more niche, but shows just how far the special can go. And oh, that was bad movement. So I'm not gonna have a great opportunity to get stuff going just yet. I'm gonna sit on the back of this wall, try and paint up as much as I can. I'm gonna help my teammate here because the Nautilus was focusing on them. Able to take one out. Umbrella's down. Oh, there was one behind me though. Maintain zone control there. This is a fairly high-level lobby right now. It's level 2020. That puts them... There was a second Nautilus. I forgot about that. The Nautilus has an insanely fast time to splat. It's second only to maybe the Hydra and the Charger, which is just a hit-scan one-shot weapon. Even blasters take longer because of how long it takes the projectile to fire. Well, yeah. Like I was saying, this is a level 2,000 something team. 2,000 is the barrier into X power. Okay, I like that armor. Let's try and make do with it. I am alone. And I needed to win that 1v4 in order to get the zone cap. Probably wouldn't have been able to paint it in time anyway, so. Sometimes it'd just be rough like that, not winning enough fights. That was Baby Chucky, yes. Oh, really? Okay, so you recognized a couple of the players we were up against there. Lobby's mostly competitive players. Yeah, there you go. Basically, if we're recognizing someone, then that's probably not a good sign for anybody else involved, because that means that we know them from competitive play. Alright, so we can give that another run through. Hi, Tao! Welcome, welcome. Yeah, right now we're on the calculations, so it's kind of swinging wildly and trying to figure out where it should be putting us. Wouldn't be surprised at all if this next one was like 1700 level or something. It just drops by like 300 points. No, it's not telling us, is it? Oh, no, it is. Oh, it went higher. Alrighty then. Watch out for Charger sightlines. You ever see a laser pointer? Be afraid. There's someone going left. There is someone going far left. They're coming up behind us on the left. Yep, it's bamboo. I'm going to take a position further right so that I have cover from the bamboo. Which apparently means I'm going to leave my teammates to get splatted and then get shot in the back, so that worked out. Yeah, it's a really good flank route going out that way because it just forces them to look in two different directions. But flanks are tricky because you have to time them with your teammates. Okay, they were not using their range yet, so, well, and I just ran into a corner instead of walking forward, so how well that went. At least I gave my teammate armor before I went down, but it doesn't look like they were going to be able to be shape with that. So I'm going to try the same flank route again. They're probably going to be watching it again, but... Oh yeah, there's a Charger. Has not the best angle on us from there. One, and I'm down. Teammates flanking 3 different directions, which unfortunately means we weren't going to all arrive at the same place at the same time. Hi. Good job, RC girl boss. Delp comb. Only 1,700 lobbies and lobbies of Div 1 teams. I swear. We'll get to where we belong here soon enough.
The Switch is it's on now.
All right, there we go. Progress. Yeah, Switch is they have this weird quirk where if they die, you can't just like charge them and then turn them back on. It takes like 15 minutes of charging after they die before you can have them both on and charging at the same time again. You really want to avoid, when possible, letting them ever die. You want to keep them at least charged up enough that they can turn back on. And unfortunately, in a company that has to move a whole bunch of switches around and only uses them for certain events, sometimes they do die, and then you have to wait forever for them to charge back up. You hate to see it happen at events. You have to be really careful planning around those.
And then you have to go through off the hook.
Yeah. Also true. Are you winning, says Heka. We are currently not doing that. Not yet. It's only been 2 games. We're fine. We will be winning eventually. See? Power went down to 1880. If I'm remembering correctly, that's like low S rank, high A rank, something in that vicinity. Someone below. Across. Yeah, there they are. Okay, that's 1 down. Armor. It's just generally a really good policy to as soon. Oh god, I did not see that coming. Generally, a really good policy as soon as you get someone down to rush with the whole rest of the team and pop armor. Because at that point, you have a significant advantage in having one of their players down. I'm getting out of here. Nice! Simon taking the 2 for 1, so that should give us the opportunity to get in there and do stuff. I'm just going to drop behind him. Just like that. Alright, and since they're staggered a little bit, we're going to pop this, and then we're going to commit arson, attack.
In Minecraft.
Yes, in Minecraft. Goes without saying, doesn't it? No. This is a quick disclaimer, children, do not commit arson. It's very bad. Also, you can't do it in this video game. And you can't do it in Splatoon. There we go. Pushing the zones with this armor. Got an advantage. Need to get the pressure on the right-hand side. I need to jump out because I'm getting pinned. What's up, Cephalopod Stew? Welcome, welcome. No, didn't think that was gonna go high enough off the ground. Look in the bridge. Learning things every day. They usually don't use their booyah at that angle there. Oh boy. Okay, at least the 52 didn't know where I was, so that almost could have maybe worked. Conditionally. Simon's down. I hope our teammates don't go in too hard here, because if they do, they're at a disadvantage. We're more likely to lose that fight before Simon gets back in. Playing with fire here. I'm going to try and flank. Aha! Got the charger to look at me instead of the person who was going to sploot him. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. We need to rush that zone real quick now. We need to paint that zone. We need to paint that other zone. Still need to paint that other zone. Ow. Still need to paint that other zone. And that's the game. I guess if it hadn't been me that they would have shot my teammate there. We were both exposed against a charger trying to paint the zones there. But we kind of had to paint the zones. It was a tough situation. Hi, Bab! This is the Bab who is the owner of the kitty that we were showing earlier. Good painting of that other zone. I agree, Jamie. We definitely painted that one. Very true. Bab also gets the photo credit for this cat for the beautiful angelic setting that this kitty is posing for. Absolutely recommend them to any models who may be out there. They will capture your best self. Ravous Bee Sports. Picturing like a whole bunch of bumblebees with glow sticks. Just going out of their minds. There's a Hydra on the other side. That's... No, that's not a Hydra. What is it? Why did it look like a Hydra to me? It looked like it was this spinny thing. I don't know what I was looking at. Oh, maybe it was the... maybe it was the sprinkler I was looking at. So unfortunately there, that Clash Blaster hit a direct. Hitting directs for them make it so that their time to splat is actually pretty viable. If you're only hitting the indirects, it's not a good weapon. Once you get up against people who can aim pretty well. So, oddly enough, even though it's a weapon that a lot of people tend to go towards early on, just because it's easier to aim with, in their opinion, it actually ends up being more aim intensive once you try to play it at a higher level. That's another one down. Just gotta tap that zone. Which can be hard to do on this map. One of the reasons that this map isn't super liked is that it's very hard to recap the zone, to retake it. There's just so much that you have to paint of it, and it's segmented off, so it's hard to, like, you can't just paint the whole thing at once. You have to be, like, constantly moving around it to be able to paint it. Okay, see, it took a bunch of fight wins just to get that to happen there. Uh-huh. Oh, good catch there, Simon. Throw that up there. Good armor. Got one of them on the zone, but there are a couple more on the left. This is interesting. I feel like we should have more paint output than them. Maybe their end zap is just doing a lot of work. Okay, we got one down. Start pushing in here. One on the left. Traded. The Tri-Slosh on the left-hand side still. In our court. Dying to Clash Blaster is not anything to be ashamed of. If someone has good accuracy with the Clash Blaster, it splats pretty quickly. It'll two-shot off of two directs. It's not something that you tend to see often, but the range on it isn't that short. It's a little bit shorter, I think, than like an end zap or a splatter shot, but you'll still be hitting at least indirect damage from the range that they can hit you at. So it's not like you're just able to kite them back like you could with an arrow spray or a sploosh or a roller or something. Nah, I took a bad angle there. I should have been further out so that I couldn't get jumped around the blind corner. Might actually lose cap here. It's unfortunate. So we saw how much of a production it was to recap the last time. I'm going to play extra safe for now and get armor before we try and push in so that our attempt to retake is more likely to be successful here. Here's one armor popped, and we're going to run in with it. Armor just barely able to save me in that fight. I need to be careful here, because I'm going to get attacked from the sides. See if we can, okay, I thought they were in a different direction. Don't run them over there! Oh, man. that roller player is making one of the classic blunders of roller, which is you're trying to fight by rolling them over instead of just swinging the roller at them. It's fun to, like, squish them, right? But in terms of tactics, it's actually way worse because you have so much less range doing it that way. Okay, cool. We were able to get a splat on the zone, and that's how it capped. When you splat someone, there's some of your ink that goes down at their feet. And so getting splatted on the zone is literally the worst thing that can happen in splat zones, because not only are you going down and your paint output is being removed from the game for the time being, but also you're painting the zone their color with your splatting. Really hope we're... Oh! I was not watching that. Ninja Squid. I should have paid attention to that at the very beginning. Probably lose cap at this point. I think we've got a numbers disadvantage on the zone right now. Not an awful lot I'm going to be able to do here. Yeah, I had to peek that corner, and they have that corner covered, so... Try to block someone, but accidentally send them a friend request, but when I try to block them, my block list is full, and you can't cancel the friend request. Bab just accidentally made a friend. Maybe Star, do you just go by Star? I thought you said it was, like, the full name Maybe Star on the stream the other night, but... Also, Mikey, are you in?
Here, I have the team... Just waiting for the team lobby to open up, if that's what we're doing.
We were in pairs for a while there, but...
Oh, okay.
We can reform, and now we can call Devi in.
Okay, okay, okay.
So, Ashiker, that is actually something that people will sometimes do with strategic intent. I'm not saying it's a good idea that they're bringing the Rainmaker back to your base, but if you have the lead, what they might be trying to do is play keep away to prevent the opponents from getting to it, because it is hard to push into the enemy base. Now, it's not a great strategy, ultimately, because it's a huge risk taking it there, but I wouldn't necessarily say that they're, like, throwing on purpose if they're doing that. Usually people definitely are trying. Alright, so, I'm going to switch off this, and, what was it, zones, Kelpin Reef, yeah, that's still gonna be fine. I'm still gonna paint plenty with this. Alright. Looks like we've got a team put together here. A little bit light on paint, perhaps, but we've got a lot of slaying potential here. So hopefully we'll be able to make this work. Early game going to the goalpost instead. Oh, so like you don't even have lead while they're doing that. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I will block people for either just refusing to play the game, not for like disconnecting, but for like staying in spawn and running around in ranked games. I'll block people for that. I've seen that a number of times. And yeah, something like what you were saying, where they're deliberately taking the objective in the wrong direction or something. Elevator button. Welcome, Doovie.
Hey.
Hey. Yeah.
Doesn't happen super often, but it boggles my mind that people would want to do that. I don't understand, like, of all the things you could be spending your time doing, you know? You could be learning to weave baskets, you could be making jam, you know? You could be going outside and finding grass and touching it. Like, there's so many things you could be doing, but instead you decide to go into a ranked lobby of Splatoon and just stand still and accomplish nothing. Maybe the goal is to, like, rank down and be able to smurf or something. I don't know. But that's about all I can come up with. Traded, unfortunately.
The going outside and finding grass is too real when it comes mid-April and there's still snow on the ground.
Okay, see that you have an excuse. You
I
are
know.
Canadian.
I just,
Um,
I just found
Opposite
that
problems
funny.
from what we're experiencing at the moment.
There's one in our street over there. Yeah, I got them because they ran out of charge. Pushing into their zone. There are 2 here. 3 here, actually. That's 2 of them down. 1 more still their tree behind Simon. Beautiful.
And there's 3 on the downstairs, 1 drop street.
Nice.
Okay. They're gonna come down their tree. Nice. Nice, that's another one.
Okay.
1 their street.
Not anymore.
Thank you.
Car 1. Not.
Alright. I'm gonna just save these missiles.
2.
Firing the missiles. Beautiful. Devi's doing a really good job of holding that angle, folks. What's happening here is we're forcing them into this street area right here, which is what she can see very easily from where she is.
Mikey, above you.
They need to be doing is coming the direction that sploosh came, which is why I was watching it. And now that's game over.
That's oh god! It said game over and I got inked and sniped, but it did not let me die because the game was over.
It feels really good when a shark pays off.
Yeah,
I was
you guys,
hiding under that ledge for a while.
You guys did a good job herding them back into the street. So.
Yeah, putting a long-range weapon on the bridge like that is really dangerous for them to deal with. So we done good. We done a good. How's it going, RDB? Welcome, welcome. Is RDB still on Stargates?
Yes, as
Okay.
far as I know, unless if something happened.
I mean, it's just that it's been a while and I haven't checked in with them in a while. Cam's kind of stuttering every now and then. Lovely. It's looking pretty smooth to me, but I'll.
As soon as you said that in VC, it like had a pause frame there.
That's weird though, because it's not happening on my OBS screen. So I just reset it. Hopefully that will solve things, and if not, I apologize. Oh, Bab is one-tricking tent now. Okay, no more NZAP for Bab.
I appreciate this.
Ooh.
We gotta do more league pairs soon.
Airsign says it seems fine. Okay, 2 trying to come across the bridge. 1 is pushing. Nice, good pick there.
The heavy's
Heavy
behind
on
the.
bridge.
Oh,
Blaster
flank
right.
Got the heavy.
Blaster's still on street.
Yep, I got directed. And there's a dynamo
Right
there
in.
too.
We're wiped.
That's just a case of too many people watching the same direction. We can stick together, but if we're doing that, we need to make sure that we're watching for flanks.
There's 1 on the left, sneaky. There's 2 on the
Blaster's
bridge.
on our zone. There's a booyah there, so be careful. Blaster's pushing ramp. Blaster weak.
One's a shark in
Another
the
one in
port.
street.
Might be in street now, yeah.
They got me.
Well.
Alright, so let's paint up. Let's get our specials. We don't go down early. Things like the booyah bumps. It's all good, all good. We're gonna pop this. We're gonna go over left side. I don't have time. My bad call.
Should have told you guys to come with me, right? Or left.
Yeah, I was on my way over to the left, and then I realized, wait, we've got 4 seconds left. This is over.
Yeah.
I meant like before you even dropped down, like coming out like left from spawn, because they were literally 3 on the bridge, and 1 down on the right side somewhere. Oh well.
Why the name Gem? Because I'm I'm a sparkling, shimmering. I don't know. It's just a tag. Funny story about that. Back in like elementary school, I would take like a smiley face and then draw like a mustache and a goatee and unibrow on it. You know, just vandalize it. And I called that a little character. It was the goatee guy. And I would just like draw that and everything. And so my username for a really long time on like everything was goatee guy. But then in middle school at some point, I'm walking into my very first in-person Super Smash Bros. Melee tournament. And I realize, wait, I don't have a goatee. They're not going to know why I'm called goatee guy. And I'm going to get that question literally for the rest of my life. Because I can't grow facial hair. Even now as an adult, it's not a thing. We're 2 down in street. Be careful, guys.
Backing up a bit.
And so I came up with Gem pretty much on the spot. And that's been my tag ever since.
Oh no, you did it!
I really like short, easy to remember tags that are not difficult to spell or pronounce.
This is why I shortened my main one.
Got 2, missiling bridge. We need to push in and get zone here.
Got one. They're
Getting a
jumping straight with a charger.
Got the jumper. Just pushing the charger. Got him.
Left. Okay. There's still 2 up somewhere. Oh, one's on their down. Oh, bridge one. Bridge and
One
downstairs.
pushing the ramp. Finally got him. Took me long enough. I haven't warmed up my aim today, and I'm really feeling it right now.
Charger's left column.
Missiling 3 on left, including charger. They're pushing onto our zone. Got one. Got the Ray. I think there's one in the street. Yep, they got Debbie.
Yeah.
They're coming to right side street.
They're in the corner of their sneaky.
There's 2. Got one of them.
Oh, they're
I'm down to
52
bomb.
DC.
Charger dropped right with the missiler.
They're both there. The last 2 are there.
Jumping into under zone.
On zone
Oh,
2.
on. Yeah, under zone. 2 right
Charger's
street.
weak. I got
One weak.
charger.
Got one. Nice.
Just
On our
the-
street. K-shot,
Our
coming
street?
over
Yeah, that's
bridge.
my
Okay.
mate. Yeah,
Yeah.
they got me. They're mine.
Missiling
That's
all
the-
3. They missiled me. They're gonna push in their side zone.
Just hold the. Yeah.
Got one. I cannot. I got 2 though. Charger's last there.
Mikey's down.
Yeah, charger got
I
me.
can't hold zone myself.
I'm gonna be able to take the Ray here, and then maybe we can do something from their side of it.
Okay. There's one on our zone. Might be coming back
Traded.
left.
Just the splatter shot on zone. Let's make sure we cap here.
They're literally right below me. There we go.
Okay, good cap.
Ooh.
Mikey,
How did? Okay, I got.
careful
snipped.
up there, Mikey. They're gonna see you there and target you
Running
probably.
away.
Ah, the charger got me there.
So they're kind of hard
On
push
me.
Mikey.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're 2 down.
I
Simon,
want
come back
R3.
left. Simon, come back left. I'll help you left. Never mind, Simon's down.
Expecting a left flank here. Yep,
They're
there
right,
it is.
right. One.
Missiling.
Watch the right ramp.
I'm down on ramp, yeah. Nice. One more R ramp. Nice. It's just Debbie at the moment.
Coming back.
I'm gonna try and pressure the charger to get shot by the charger is what I meant.
I got it.
Nice. Pushing the zone. There's one going left. Ah, they got positioning on me.
We just need to get into a place where we can hold zones.
Mikey's separated a little bit.
Not really.
K-Shot got me.
I couldn't. Yeah, I should have told you to come back to me.
Yeah.
I got one, and then Charger got me on zone. Nice.
Paint zone, Simon.
Paint zone, paint zone, paint zone. There we go.
Thank
Good
you.
job. We needed that penalty.
Huge.
Okay, so now we can just kind of play a zone defense.
Mhm.
The basketball term. One dropping
Right
on the
side
right.
one. There's two.
Got one.
I got the charger.
Nice. The Charger's down. Just the K shot around the tree.
You're one
Got him.
shot. Thank you.
Oh, one DC'd.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they
that
DC'd
happened
a
a
long
while
time
ago.
ago.
Oh, okay. Jeez.
Yeah, Devi called it when it happened. Yeah, there are a lot of people whose name is Barry. Now, whether that's B-E-R-R-Y or B-A-R-R-Y is neither here nor there, but there's a lot of them. Jimmy Jingles. That's cute. I like that. Alrighty. So let's see, we've got 4 games left before Power and about 20 minutes left before VOD review, so we should be able to hit Power just about exactly and then go right into the VOD review with Quinntastic, who is here in the voice chat with us, just muting because of mic oddness.
Yeah, I'm playing ranked right now, or it's more I'm getting destroyed at ranked.
Grinding to try and unlock League mode so that they can start playing enemies with us.
Yep.
That's literally your name. Oh, interesting. Yeah, that's wise. Not a lot of people would have thought of that. To try and pick a name that not a lot of people have. What's up, Brock?
We need to dedicate a berry day where the Splatoon community just all become berry.
Mary Berry miss.
Charger
Brock,
right
you ever
on
play
grid.
Carbon? I know you're mostly shooters, but do you have any experience on that? Being an aggressive player?
Hammer bridge.
On our
Missiles
ramp.
behind you.
Street now.
I traded with the hammer.
I am aware.
There's still one. Oh, yeah.
Fleet.
Good fleet.
A bit.
Chargers right here.
Sniper's aggressive.
Sniper, get down.
Your input will definitely be valued today because we've got a Carbon 2 in our streets. I missiled them. They're backing up the bridge. Got one off the bridge.
Nice.
Charger
sees
oh,
you.
I thought that was too far out of range.
I'm gonna get back now.
Ready to berry. Sploonberry. Yes, perfect, perfect. Okay, it's just you and me, Debbie.
Watch the other side of our plat here. There's someone lurking down below. Simon, right below you. The pro. There we go.
Good job. All right. Popping missiles. Let's go in from closed.
Nice.
Simon's flanking. I'm going to try and push in to help.
Yeah.
Charger down. Got,
There's
one
one
got
on
me
our
on ramp with
left.
hammer. Hammer.
Sneaky.
Good cap. Good cap.
There's a roller on the left that I'm a little cautious
Debbie
about.
One coming our ramp.
Woohoo!
Swim away.
It's
One in
more
our car
hiding
already.
on a wall. I got it. Oh! On our tree lurking.
Chargers are street left.
There's one on this underneath the bridge.
Got the charger.
Missiling the one on the left.
Oh! Found the
Mikey.
roller! There's also one behind.
Got the hammer.
There's two on Simon. There's two
Okay,
on
I'm
Simon.
going with Mikey here. Nice. Charger the ramp.
Bridge one.
Oh, the roller knew. We don't have any control of right side. They could probably just take our right zone right now.
Bridge one. Chasing me. I got sniped. I got pushed into it. Watch the left flank, guys. Roller's coming up right.
Got the hammer, and then the charger got me. Actually, there's someone from ramp. Okay, charger is on our lamp. Yeah, we need to not drop down in the mid like that, because they know we're coming that way, and they're picking us off every time.
One left.
I'm not going to be able to use these missiles at all.
I think Simon's in a good spot.
One in our car already.
Yeah, no, follow Simon. Just go around and get into a place where they can't hit you. Talking to the other two.
I got missile.
Oh, yeah, they followed up.
Best special armor.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to think if I can think of any other argument for anything else. If Booyah Bomb is close.
Get Kelp Dome, please.
I could see there being an argument for Booyah Bomb, because there are definitely times where I'm like, it's okay if we go without armor, but like on tower control, for instance, a Booyah Bomb is just game over a lot of the time.
Mm-hmm.
But
Ray used to be broken, but it got nerfed.
see, even
so...
then, a Booyah Bomb is for maintaining that advantage you have on the tower, whereas armor helps you create that advantage in the first place by letting you push in. So I'd still say armor.
Mm-hmm.
Ray, there was definitely there was definitely a time where I would say that was the case, that Ray was pretty overpowering. I don't think it's like that anymore. I think it feels really annoying right now because of Jet Squelcher Ray spam. But even that isn't necessarily like one of the top tier weapons in the game. What I'm seeing across the board on a lot of tier lists are that the NZAP 85, an armor weapon, is the top tier right now. Because it just gets armor fast, it shoots stuff good, and yeah. Well summarized. Good analysis, Gem. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Ahmed?
A sub. I would say Splat Bomb. I think Suction Bomb is the only other argument. And I still think Splat Bomb because of your ability to make it detonate at different times depending on how you roll it. I think that's super duper powerful.
I think there's one on the bridge. Yep. 2 watching bridge.
They're flanking left. I'm in trouble.
I see.
Low on ink.
Pushing in on left.
There's Charger's bridge.
Ah, the flasher got me.
Charger's weak.
Oh. There's one trying to come up. Hit him twice.
Try to go left.
There's a lot left.
Get a booyah on left. Yes.
Got one.
Well, Simon.
Charger weak on their streets. Got him. I'm going in on their side zone. There's one.
Blaster left.
Tree.
On our ramp, like right side
Under
under
me.
zone now.
Got him. There's one R zone. Got him. Another
I'll
one
drop
on
under
our
our
zone.
zone.
That one should have got me.
Nice.
Charger on bridge, missiling them.
I'm gonna pressure.
Hey, we capped! Woo!
Careful, Mikey.
Ah,
Okay,
shit.
now it's good.
Didn't see
Now
the
it's
blaster there.
that's bad. Get out of there. Get out of there, Ray. Left. Nice.
Got one. That's the charger down two. Blaster on me, traded. One more on zone at 52. So, two of you there. Charger's back, watching right, be careful.
Charger's in their court, trying to deal with me.
Oh,
There's another
Blaster's
gem.
with
There's
him.
another.
Okay, good job. Still on bridge. Yeah, the blaster is playing protection for the charger a lot of the time here. What? Blaster on left. I sold my point sensor like that. Point sensor is fine. It's just not a top tier, sorry.
Nope.
Alright, we get capped before they can drop this, but then they drop it and I die. Where that's going. I'm gonna jump into the right. Careful, Simon, you're alone on left. Or Mikey, you're alone on left, rather.
Yeah.
Nice pick. Do you have eyes on anyone?
No.
Got one on zone. There's two behind on our street.
One is really weak their ramp, but I can't force it because there's a charger watching.
Blaster's on the right. On
One
bridge,
on bridge.
probably.
52 on zone, got him. Another
One
one
behind
dropped our
you,
tree.
Charger.
Okay, stop firing.
Someone help me on the right, Blaster.
Got him.
Nice. Teamwork. Another one on zone. There we go.
One on their
And
zone.
now-
He's stuck. Nice.
Charger bridge mined. Got it. Wipe.
Okay, take their street. Take their street. Need a bit of a lockout here. We need to get some good points. Missling 3. They're forced out into their streets. Got one.
Ray.
Charger's ring.
Yeah, Ray's on me.
Got one. Got another one. Blasted their car with Charger. Charger got me.
Should be lead. Blaster's
Huge.
moving in. Blaster's
Hold
moving
the
in.
zone. Hold the zone.
Got the blaster. Traded.
Got 52.
There we go. That's game.
Ooh. Oh. All right. Nice.
Yeah, there were too many of them down to retake at that point.
Yeah. Let's go.
All right. That was a good one. That was a good one. Splash ball. Wall is solid. It's I wouldn't say it's OP. It's kind of like a tent shield where like, yeah, it's good protection unless you're on the wrong side of it and there's a bomb. But it can be really obnoxious for forcing your way in somewhere that they don't want you to be. I also just think like, okay, cool, it's a wall, but can it stop a Rainmaker push single-handedly? It can't do that. A bomb can, so that's one consideration. There would be really broken ways to use wall if it didn't work the goofy, weird way that it does. Like, you could do all sorts of things to, like, just bump people off of ledges and block off important points that they want to shoot from. Like, it would be way, way more busted if you could throw it at different angles and at different ranges.
I hit the worst part of my elbow.
Oh no, the funny bone. Just in time to help the.
Blob drop. Probably going top mid. They're on the left.
Luga and someone else on left. One on left is weak, but I need to back
There's
up.
2
And
more left. I
Blob
got
on
one.
left. Watch our.
They're
They're
jumping,
actually
they're
in our
jumping in.
spawn. Over the top. Over the top. Behind us.
I have no
Excuse
aim.
me.
Something we need to watch is them coming over on the left-hand side from tree. They can just hop over the wall there, and it seems like every time they have gone for that, we've not been ready.
Got the blob.
There's 2 pushing in on left side. They're being really aggressive. I'm down.
Yeah, they're in spawn again. Luga's on the right. There's 3 on the right. Blob's trying to go for me now. And I'm failing at dodging. Flank on the right side. They came into base on the right.
I see it.
They jumped out.
Oh, that was a splashdown jump. I would have had both them and their inkjet jump if not for that. But wasn't a great camp either. They definitely saw I was there. Traded in base. We need to get zone. Just hold forward, run in, see what you can do. Alright, one more game, and I think we'll have power, and it'll be time for the VOD review. Yep.
I still haven't gotten my Rainmaker power because the times when Rainmaker comes on, Moray's in the rotation. And I'm like, no.
Never mind.
And then all the good ones are at like 2 a.m. And it's like,
Yeah, Moray Rainmaker is not very well liked by a lot of the competitive community. Moray in general, but especially that one.
I mean, it'd be fine if there was another map that I could also E-leader on. But until then, it's like, it's death to me as a Hydra main.
Air sign says, yeah, I feel that, Debbie. Moray got in Smash because it is visually striking and kind of a trademark look of the series. Like, it looks like it's fun. It looks like you will enjoy yourself there. And then you play it.
Not a good Smash stage either.
Yeah, it is
I'll say
disliked.
that.
It is disliked by both the competitive Smash scene and the competitive Splatoon scene.
I got 2.
Brush flanked left.
They
And
won.
my camera was off. I was trying to adjust it.
Go away, Waller.
Whoa.
Oh,
Oof, ouchies.
Brush's name is a profanity in Russian.
oh boy.
I'm surprised it's not banned, actually.
There's one gonna go left. I can see the special. I'm being ballered. Not anymore.
Yeah, that didn't go anywhere. One on zone.
It's like pushing the 8-ball on
Yeah,
extension.
that's really funny. All right, we are in their base. Nice. Thank you.
One went left.
Another one trying to go right. They're out on zone, left side. On mid now. Good pick. Yeah, once we Devi's
I'm
character model
glitching.
is glitching out in the back. When Devi gets into that position as the Hydra, it's kind of game over for a while. Until they can dislodge her, that's just too powerful of a spawn camp.
As soon as I'm over there, they have no choice but to go left. So as long as that side's locked as well, then it's golden.
All right, 1883. We're gonna get started with our VOD review here as my shoe levels up. Heck yeah. So, let's get Quinntastic on the mic real quick.
If possible, can you see if you can figure out the chapter thing to start a new chapter here?
Sure. I think that's relatively easy to do if I remember correctly.
Yeah, I think it would just be easier when I go back later.
I thought you could do that from here. But
If not, don't worry about it.
I
But
don't see it on the quick actions menu.
Is it that or like adding a stream marker or?
Streaming tools, maybe? No, not that. I don't even have an add stream marker option. I'm not sure where I would do that, so somebody probably knows.
That's fine,
who's
then.
saying it in the chat. Gem gained a new shoe size. Yes, exactly. Totally. The only way that I know of to add chapters is to change games. I don't know how to do that manually, so sorry if that's not as helpful, but if it helps, it's always like an hour in when this happens, so you can go and grab it from there. All right, so we're talking about Quinntastic today. Quinntastic gave us a video of them playing the vanilla carbon roller. And so the first thing I'm going to do here is show you why you should not use the vanilla carbon roller and should instead use the carbon roller deco. I've already shown, I've already told Quinntastic here, Avery, to buy the carbon roller deco. And let's explain why that is. So let's talk first about the carbon roller. I think, shoot, do I have any main power up on? I should probably get rid of that for demonstration purposes. Okay, let's do this. Okay, because main power up increases damage on this weapon, so I want to just kind of show what the weapon is like without any of that impacting it. Yes, carbon roller jump scare weapon. So the thing about the carbon roller is that it's extremely short range. It is very fast. This is a really fast swing time for a roller. So that's really nice. But the thing is, I can't really reach super well, even from this relatively short range. Yeah, I'm starting to do damage there. Now you can extend the range a little bit by jump swinging. You can get back to about here. Let's go a little bit forward. I think it's like 2.5. Yeah, a little bit more than 2.5 of these hash marks when you start doing damage with this. But in order to get a one-shot, like you usually expect out of rollers, you need to be about this close, actually even closer than that, with the horizontal swing, which is basically melee range. Like, you're basically physically hitting them with the roller at this point. Or if you jump swing, you can get it from about back here. I know I was able to do this earlier at about this range. Getting really close. You have to hit, like, all of the damage. No, not quite. Yeah, hereabouts. So really, really super duper close. If you're fighting against even like a splatter shot, you're getting shot from about this range. And so if you want to one-shot them, you need to push more than halfway into their range to be able to get that. So the carbon roller by itself is pretty weak, honestly. It swings fast, but that doesn't matter if it has to swing so many times. And the swings are not as fast as splatter shot bullets. But the thing about the carbon roller deco that saves this weapon is that you have burst bombs. So instead of having to go like swat swat, you can go like swat swat. And that was slower than if I had gone swat swat. You delete people very quickly by doing this. And you can do it in any order as well. So I can do one of these, then tag him with a burst bomb, do one of these, and then hit him like that, do one of those. The combo works really well because you're going back and forth between your sub-weapon and your main weapon. And so one animation doesn't have to be completely finished before the other one comes in and does the rest of the work. So you've got a lot of versatility between those two options, between those three options really, the vertical swing and the horizontal swing being two of them, for figuring out how to actually do enough damage to splat someone, even from a much longer range than you can with just the main weapon itself. So that's why the Carbon Deco is better here, and it's going to play an extremely, extremely ambush-focused playstyle. You're going to be trying to get in and kind of sneak up on someone and then delete them before they have a chance to react. That's kind of how you do things with the Carbon.
Gem, chat when you get a second.
We reviewed today too, right? Or did I mess up the day? Let me check the schedule really quick. No, I did not want to Google that. I wanted to find the Google Doc that has that name. Let me check something really quick. I don't have any messages from you, Ashik, about that, and I don't have you on the schedule here. Had we talked maybe in like the Splatoon talk channel here? Wait, were we going to get a game that you would play in so that we could record something for you? Is that what we said we were going to do? I don't have it on my schedule, and so I have to go based on that, rather than my own memory, which is bad. Is in Splat Talk? Okay. Gotcha, so we were gonna record something for you. All right. We'll make sure to get that done. We've got plenty of people in the stream at the moment, and we should have time after the VOD review. So if you're able to stick around that long, then we'll continue with this. If we need to get that done really quick, and because you have to go somewhere or something, we can take a quick detour and get one of those games out first. Anyway, so what a Carbon Roller will like to do is, let's say I'm right underneath spawn. You know how on the Reef we have to drop down in a lot of places to get down from spawn? Let's say you put a Carbon Roller right here, right? So if I go over here, I do not see the Carbon Roller. I do not see their splashes. I do not see their existence. I just hop down over here, and then Carbon Roller goes, ha-ha! And I go away. That is a playstyle shared by a number of different weapons. Tri-sloshers can kind of play that. Any other roller except maybe like the Dynamo can do that sort of thing. Splooshes can play that way. Brushes can play that way. They have other options as well, but that's basically the Carbon Roller's entire playstyle. One of the big weaknesses of this is that it requires you to have paint, because if your team hasn't painted for you and you're trying to like get over here to Shark, well, your Squid is out in the open, so you have to at least paint that little bit. And if this is in a field of blue, and there's just this little yellow speck, people are going to see that eventually, and they're going to start realizing that you're in these annoying positions.
Completely hidden. Completely inconspicuous. Just
Yes,
one little
yes.
dot of paint.
Whee! Look at me! I'm not an enemy Squid at all. I'm not deadly. Just kidding. So, yeah, that's kind of how this weapon will play. Now, you can't just sit in one place the entire game, and so I think now is a good time for us to transition over to actually looking at Avery's VOD, so that we can talk about this in context and where you might want to set up, how you might want to play around your team, and how this can work. So we're going to switch over at this point to this window. Okay, and you should all still be able to hear me, and everybody else. If you cannot, please let me know in the chat really quick. But I think we're ready to go.
Yeah, the recording's a little janky because I didn't have a capture card, so I just put my webcam in front of my monitor and
Okay, I'm
called it a
getting
day.
double voice, it sounds like. I think I know why. Yep. Now that should be fixed.
Oh, is it good now?
Yeah. Fixed, yep. Thank you. Appreciate it. All right. So, recording's on, I think, Avery's phone, so it's a little bit sideways, but whatever. We're doing Splat Zones on Manta Maria here. So, this is definitely a map where you have some angles to work with. Looking at the team comp, your longest range is going to be your custom dually squelchers here. But so is theirs. So, no backliners you have to worry about. That's the first thing that I always check for as a frontliner. It's who is going to be in range to shoot me first. And so, like, do I need to be looking for a laser? Do I need to be looking for the spinny thing that splatlings do? Do I need to be watching out for just a jet squelcher and what they can do at their range and burst bombs and whatnot? I'm always thinking, like, what's the first thing I'm going to encounter that will be dangerous to me? So right now, seeing that they're two pretty short-range comps, they're going to be playing pretty aggressively, I'm going to know that it's going to be safe to take a pretty aggressive position early on. One quick thing that I believe is true about all rollers, I know it's definitely true about the Splat roller. I'm going to switch really quickly back to the game view. So if I just walk like this, this is actually not the fastest way that I can move. The faster way to move generally is going to be to do a vertical flick, which is the longest range option I have, and then to swim. Swimming is always going to be faster than walking, and if you do this, you're going to be able to swim the vast majority of the time that you're moving around. And even when while you're swinging, since you're doing the jump swing, you can keep moving through the air as you jump swing. So that's actually going to be way faster than just walking out like this. Walking out like this might paint a little bit more around you, but I believe the vertical flicks will still paint more even than walking around with this down because you're doing this more slowly. So it'll take a little bit of coordination, a little bit of like hand-eye coordination to get this pattern of movement down. But this is what every roller should be doing if they want to just move out to the middle of the map quickly. There are very few circumstances, I would say, where it is a good idea as a carbon roller to try and be rolling like this. Someone needs to already be damaged, because otherwise you're going to just bump into them like that, and that puts you in a really disadvantageous position. It gives them the ability to potentially escape you instead of getting splatted right away. Now, if someone's already damaged, then you can just roll someone over like that, but even then, I could wait until I'm all the way right here to do damage to them, or I could just already be hitting them over here. So, swinging the roller is almost always better in every situation than just rolling with it.
Good to know.
So Brock has a quick positioning tip here. He says, starting on bunker, we'll talk about bunker in a second because you're about to approach it here. So this area right here, you can see my mouse, correct? Oh wait, I need to show this on Discord. I need to share my screen here so that you can see it in real time. Okay. We'll back up just a second. So can you see my stream on Discord right now, Avery?
Yep.
Okay. So this area right here, and now everyone should be able to see my mouse, I hope, fingers crossed. This area right here is called bunker, being up on top of this. So you would have to paint either this wall or this wall, swim up and be on it. And Brock is saying that that is a strong position to shark from above, because if someone comes around below you, what you can do is kind of drop on top of them and hit them with both your burst bomb and your swing from directly above them. So to kind of demonstrate really quickly in the training room, that would look something like this. So obviously I can't go in squid form and shark on here properly because it's a grate, but let's say someone walks around down there, I just kind of, I can either fall down and delete them from there, or I could also just, if I can get the angles right, because it is a little bit trickier. I'm out of ink again. This is why I don't like these being grates. But you could just do something like that as well, from above, so you don't have to lose your height advantage. You can maybe keep it for another engagement.
Okay, cool.
Um,
Now, this may be a bit of a noob question, but what does shark mean?
Sharking is, I think, Jaws. Dum, 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 dum.
Just like staying in squid form and kind of like hiding
Right.
a little bit? Or?
Staying in squid form and hiding, and waiting for someone to walk past you so that you can do the opening to Jaws and chomp them.
Oh, all right.
Pull a great white on them, just leap out of the air with the grace of a gymnast, and swallow a seal whole because they're just like that. So yeah, that's the idea. Hopefully that was evocative enough for everybody. Alrighty. So yeah, starting from there can be really good because it gives you those opportunities to potentially drop on people as they try to come to your zone. Like I said, you are an ambush weapon, so waiting for them to come to you often is advantageous. As soon as they try to push too carelessly into your color ink, that's when you're able to strike. Now, recall Avery is currently in this video playing the Carbon Roller, the vanilla, so he does not have that burst combo that you have with the burst bomb. He's got to swing the roller twice for almost every splat that he gets, unless he gets right up close to them. So he's going to play a lot more aggressively here. He's going to play a little bit less of that ninja playstyle. And he's also spending a lot of time painting, actually, which I would say generally is not your job on this team. Obviously, every weapon can paint. The best way for you to be doing that is to be jump swinging, because you'll get a longer line in front of you. But you have a arrow spray, which is going to paint as well as any other weapon in the entire game. That probably is the best painting weapon in the entire game in terms of both kit and main weapon. You've also got a CDS, which paints a lot, and the splat dualies are pretty darn solid at painting. So that doesn't have to be your entire job. You can focus a little bit more on fighting and try and expect your teammates to paint a little bit more to make up for what you're not painting. But so you start painting here, and one of the things about sharking is that it doesn't reveal your position. Your opponents are not going to know where you are, so they don't know where to shoot you. You don't want them to know where you are because you have extremely short range, and so they can just kind of like see you from a distance and shoot you before you're able to do anything about it. This guy happens to be a sploosh, so he's actually trying to rush you, and let's see how this fight develops. Nice! So you actually get the splashdown cancel because he uses it at a bad time there. His better play was actually just to rush forward and keep trying to shoot you, but he decided to hit the easy button and try and splash down instead, and as you will find out, the higher up you get in the ranks, splashdown is not actually an easy button that wins you fights for free. It is more likely to get you killed at a high level than it is to actually accomplish anything. So that Sploosh found that out the hard way.
I was very proud of that moment right there.
Yeah, definitely. Nice. I like the kiting there. I like that you're using your jump swing, using that max range to be able to get these picks. And you're also doing a good job of, if not splatting this person, then at least zoning them away from the splat zone. You're preventing them from being at range to paint it. Right now you have the zone captured, and so from here, in theory, you don't need to splat a single other squid if you can be intimidating enough. Now, in practice, you're going to have to splat them, but, you know, splatting people is not the win condition, and so playing it safe right here like you do, not necessarily rushing in and trying to take this person out who's over here, not the worst idea. Okay, it's a little weird. I thought they went around the corner there.
I think they like fell down from
So like, no, this
above.
person right here is what I'm talking about. Let me slow it down a little bit. to show you what I'm seeing. So you swing at them, and they're either here or they're further back at this point. So they're over here. Oh, so they tried to rush you there. Okay, I thought I saw their ripples go around the corner, but they did actually rush into your swing there. So that's really good. What you're doing is you're zoning them. You're putting your damage where you don't want them to be. Rather than like hard committing, going around the corner to the right and trying to go directly at them, you're just saying, I know you want to get to the zone, and so I'm going to stop you from getting to the zone. You can back up if you want. I'm okay with that outcome because I'm still scoring. And they get impatient and end up just running into your shots. So that's a really good micro gameplay to have, a good habit to have. With a shooter, we call that pre-firing. You're shooting at the angle that you expect they're just about to be, so that when they do actually peek that corner, you're already hitting them before they have a chance to get their aim on. Okay. So let's get back into this. There's another player who drops, and you're able to just get a good flick on them. They clearly don't have their aim set, so you know that you're free to just kind of take a free swing at them, and you do. So good job clearing off the zones. So right now you've got the zones cleared off pretty hard. Your opponents are very staggered right now, which means they're going to be spawning back in at different times because they all went down at different times. So right now is a really good time to start pushing up and taking those ambush positions. I find that for most of this game, you just stick right here on the zone. And if you're able to push past the zone and hold them from a position that's past the zone, what happens is, even if they win a fight, they still have to get back to the zones. If you fight on the zones, as soon as they win the fight, they're able to retake them. And so they're going to get more points from that, because the seconds that they have to take to get to the zone are seconds that they're not scoring. So in splat zones, if you can manage it, if you can plug all the holes, the ideal situation is to be spawn camping them, not to be sitting on the zone and defending every time they push back in.
Good to know.
So from here, you pop your rain. Not necessarily a bad time to use it, I think. You can definitely see there's at least one player pushing from there, and it'll paint pretty well. I think basically you want to know where a fight is developing and then throw the rain there. And rain isn't a great special for this weapon because this weapon, the carbon roller, as an ambush weapon, you want to be taking fights really quickly and ending them really quickly, whereas that special is more for putting it out there preemptively, anticipating where the fight is going to happen, when it's going to happen, and making it more difficult for them to fight in that arena. So I don't think it synergizes super well, but it does paint well, and it's not a bad special at all. You end up throwing it out, and then you lose a fight that's off the rain there. I would definitely say any rain users realize that, or any zoning special really, this goes for Booyah as well. When you put it out there, you need to recognize that they're going to go wherever it is not. And so if you put it out there and this person's right there on top of the rain, they're going to either decide to go backwards and they're going to decide to go forwards. And you need to be ready in the event that you've actually forced them to go forwards at you. So you throw that out there. You use the horizontal swing, which is lower range, and so that one completely misses. You needed to be jump swinging to be able to hit them there. Given the amount of time that they had, a sploosh is definitely going to be able to go in and get the pick. They only need 3 shots, and they fire extremely quickly. All right, so you jump back in. That's a bit of a hot jump. Like, you look here, there's a lot of orange paint around all of your teammates here, and it's kind of hard to tell exactly where your teammates are or what they're about to be doing, so jumping in here is definitely a risk that your opponents might just see you and splat you as soon as you land. I would probably not have done this jump, but it ends up working out for you. Another thing is, right as soon as you land, you turn your camera to look pretty far down at the ground. When you land in that situation, you want to be getting your bearings. You want to see where everybody else is. And yes, I understand that like painting there is important, but you actually already had that zone captured. Like, if you were to paint the other side zone, this one will just go to green right away. So the only reason you would need to paint here is for movement. And so I would be trying to, like, maybe peek around this column here and see when it's safe to move to a different position that's out of the hot zone, so that you can set up a good fight. Doesn't end up hurting you too much here, and it looks like you've got Haunt on, because you see a player through the column here. There's someone up there. Again, so sometimes you're throwing in the horizontal swing when you're out of range to horizontal swing. Just make sure if they're that far away, you're using the vertical one every time. Because throwing out the horizontal swing is actually losing you a lot of time in some of these engagements. So when it feels like you don't really, you're kind of like spinning around, you're swinging a lot, you're trying to figure, where is this person, where is this person? If you're in a position right now where you don't know where people are, but you know you might be in danger, just swim away. Just like take this trail from like here to here, get out of there until you can figure out what's going on. Because if you just stand there swinging, your opponents are going to see that body language and they're going to recognize, okay, he has no idea what's going on around him. I can just kind of move in for the kill here.
Yeah, the swimming with like a squid with my head cut off is not a good plan. No.
It can be. Like if you're hitting someone while you're swinging, absolutely, that's great. As soon as you start missing, though, and this is a rule really with any weapon, once you start missing your shots, you gotta move.
Yeah.
There you tried
Makes
to roll
sense.
someone over, and if you had swung, you probably would have splatted them. But because you tried to roll them over, you got within sploosh range, which is somehow even longer range than a carbon rolling on the ground. Like, the sploosh is basically a melee weapon. But because it's a projectile weapon, it was able to outrange you there because you were trying to just roll them instead of swinging at them. So swinging is definitely what you should be doing in combat if you've got your aim on. So right now it's very even. Neither team has really been able to keep the zone for very long, and you're just jumping right back in. And you're focusing pretty exclusively on the zone right now. What can help sometimes is actually getting control of areas around the zone, because what'll happen is if they beat you at painting, which they stand to right now, you're at a 4v3. If they paint the zone here and you don't have any paint around the zone, now everything is orange, because the zone will just flatly move to orange right away. So you won't have any escape routes at that point, and you're pretty easy to clean up. So if you paint a little bit around the zone and then try and push in a little bit with a little bit more of an advantage, that might work better than just trying to stand on the zone. Especially because dying on the zone risks putting down their color ink on the zone for them. Okay, so you throw it that direction, which isn't bad because that'll help paint the other zone as well as yours. Again, I want you to be pushing up a little bit. Maybe push up and take their bunker. So this area where you just saw the splashdown, if you had headed someone off when they tried to move up there, then you would have been able to stop them from painting the zone and causing you to lose control in the first place. The fact that they had to splash down there, or they felt they had to, shows that your teammates are putting some pressure on them, and so they weren't able to keep that splashdown on the zone, you know? So that forward pressure is something you should try and establish when you get a second to breathe. You did a pretty good job with the missiles there. Just bear in mind that you have control over where the missiles are going to fall, so it's best to try and get them to land off the zone. Another thing I'm noticing is that you're not looking up very much. There's a lot of action going on above you. You know, I can see it pretty consistently in my peripheral vision, and you're just not really trying to establish an awareness of it. You're focusing more on what's on the ground here, just on the zones. Again, think of that zone defense concept. You know, what is the place that's next to the zone? Can I control that? What's the place that's even further up from the zone? Can I control that? Control the furthest area forward. Don't wait for them to get all the way on top of the zone before you start fighting them.
Yeah, it's like control of the whole map is what you want, not just the one little location.
Exactly.
That makes sense.
And like right there, this is a really difficult push for you to stop because you're not in a position to contest the bunker. You don't have the range to be able to attack over the top from very far away. if you had positioned to be on the bunker, you could be, you know, splatting this person who's trying to bomb rush, or at least forcing them to use it someplace else. Right now, you're kind of just forced to take it because there's no pressure on that area. Another thing there, that was a custom dually squelchers, and even if you don't know exactly what weapon it is, you can see from that fight that they have longer range than you. So if you get into that fight and they're already hitting you, you gotta move. You can't just stay in one place and try and swing at them. If they're hitting you, you're not hitting them. They've already won the fight. The best you can do is get away. Think about it like that. Maybe, excuse me, against some weapons you can close distance and get the pick that way, but they're just too far away. And that weapon is really good at kiting back. Even if you were to get close enough, they could have just rolled backwards and been able to keep shooting while still keeping the distance between you. So that from that position, basically, you're taking a wide open fight without any cover against a weapon that has longer range.
Yeah, not the smartest of plans.
And part of it is recognition. You know, the hardest part of figuring that out is not knowing CDS has longer range than me. It's figuring out in a split second, they're hitting me, I'm not hitting them, I need to go. So it's a reaction that you'll have to develop over time. All right. So you're able to cap the zone here basically because they didn't do anything about it. If that player who was on the zone had actually stood and fought, they might have had a chance. I'm surprised that they didn't, or that they didn't bring their buddies in. Because if you look up at the heads-up display here, they're 4 versus you're 2. So all this person would really have to do is shoot at you a little bit and then wait for a teammate to come and flank you. And that could have been bad. But they're not necessarily going to pay a ton of attention yet, and you get a double kill. Perfect. Another part of that is your weapon being easier to aim than theirs. One thing that I will say for the horizontal swing is that it is obviously easier to aim. It's a lot wider of a hitbox. And that's why that's a lot of the players will prefer roller early on, so they can kind of circumnavigate the mechanic of aiming. But they will find in time that learning how to aim is still important even on rollers.
Yep.
And at that point, a lot of them switch.
Yep.
All right.
I know that people are talking in the chat as well. Give us some good tips about like play style and how I always forget to use bombs every time. I don't know why. It's like every time I just completely forget that they exist. But getting better at using, hopefully.
Yeah. So what Brock has said so far, just to catch us back up here. So with the vanilla, since you don't have the burst bomb to combo with, the damage needs to be a one-shot right away. So that means you need to get closer to them, which means you need to shark even harder. With the carbon, you're actually able to kind of force them to move a little bit into where you want them to be. Also, like he says, you want to be pushing up after you take the zones, and the place that he's telling you to push to is the enemy street. That is a call out that I don't know if we'll actually get a really good chance to show you based on where your positioning is during this game. But we can maybe walk through the map a little later on to show you that. One thing I'm noticing is that this player is spending a lot of time out of their ink visible. You want to minimize the time you're visible, as your lack of whereabouts is your greatest strength as a close range one-shot weapon. Yeah, definitely. Part of what I'm saying, if you're not hitting anything, move. Part of why I'm saying that is not just like you need to throw their aim off, but like you could just like take cover and make them guess about where you are again and regain that advantage of stealth.
Ooh, yeah, that is a good strategy. That is really good.
So like right here, you're out in the open a lot and you're swinging, just trying to paint the zone. Again, your weapon is not the one that's best equipped to do that. Literally every other weapon on your team is. And so, granted, they might not be doing their job super well, but I would at least wait until they actually are neutralizing the zone before you worry about painting it. And in the meantime, try to be taking fights to prevent them from neutralizing the zone. Alright, so they're able to get control back here. They actually splat your teammate on the zone, which gives them control. Your teammate here, Derek, is showing remarkable restraint. This is a thing that I can't get X-rank teams to do. On this map, this area on the right is usually the safest way to come out because it's the hardest place for the enemy team to control. In order for them to get anywhere near this place, they need to go all the way around down into your base and through your side to get in behind this. Otherwise, they can only shoot up over the walls. So this is a really safe place to sit, give your teammates super jumps, and wait for an opportunity to push in. And that's exactly what your teammate did, which is amazing for C-rank play. Usually, you just expect they're going to walk in and die like they would in a turf war. So I love that they're doing this. Now, you go in immediately as soon as you land. I think this isn't the worst idea, but I don't think you're doing it for the right reasons.
Yeah.
At the moment, you do have a couple of players behind you, one who is sharking there and one who's super jumping. So you do actually have people at your back who will be able to respond in the event that there's someone here waiting for you. And they also have one down, so now is the time to push this advantage. I don't think you thought about those things. I think that you're pushing in just kind of by default, like, it is time to paint the zone. Okay, I'm dead, but I'm moving in, and now it's time to paint the zone again.
I have big paint roller, paint, big paint.
Yep. You did get a pick there. This player is pretty dangerous from the position they're in. Both you and your teammate were not of range to hit them. You're hitting them now, but it's a little late, especially since they've already done damage to you. At that point, I would be running away behind cover. Another part of running away is that if you go down into your own ink, you start to heal. You heal faster in your ink than you will just standing up. So not only are you throwing their aim off, not only are you getting behind cover, you're also healing so that the next engagement is even, 100 to 100 HP. So they take a really good position using their superior range over your arrow spray and carbon roller. Your teammates are able to pick the splat up on them by coming in from the top. So it looked like you were walking in their rain there, unless I because I know your team also has rain, so I want to make sure I'm not making things up here. Is there an enemy rain out there, or is just I see?
That's blue. That's the blue. It's blue rain.
Yeah, there is your rain. Okay, I was seeing their shots and thinking it was also rain. But you are really wading into the enemy team from here. You definitely saw one on the left. You see someone painting here, and now this guy's got a splashdown. So you're going to go down here. Let's talk about how that could have been avoided, because usually in a position like that, there is something that should have been done ahead of time, rather than something that could have been done to save it in that moment. So you take this fight after you're already damaged, and actually probably could have splatted them if you hadn't missed one of those shots, but I wouldn't have counted on it either. So from here, you're trying to jump in, and when you jump in, there's not a lot of paint around it, but you're actually pretty safe up here, so I think the jump was fine. I think it's diving in like this and just going, zone, must paint zone. There is someone here, there's someone here. The someone who is here has splashdown. So when you hyper-focus on the objective and not the area around the objective, you don't realize how much danger you're in. So they're able to take that zone pretty handily, but your teammates might be able to clean this up for you. So they have 3 here. And it's just one person on the zone over there. So you jump in. Very scary jump going to that position because they did have orange paint on their bunker. And you do end up trading, but that didn't have to be a trade if they had just used their main weapon more. All right. So your teammate is still keeping it neutralized because they're able to keep trading back. And, you know, normally you want to just, like, focus the fight, get control, and then paint the zone, and then take positions. But, I mean, scrappy fights like these, at least they're stalling the clock out. You are in the lead, so it's not the worst thing you could be doing. If you were behind, I would have a problem with the way that you guys are kind of just constantly taking fights. Ooh, that might actually do it right there. That was a really good position for you to be in. You saw that they weren't focusing on you, and you were able to just hit them from a position that they weren't prepared to aim at. Now, they should have known you were there and not pushed up onto the grates. Like, you swung so many times at that they should be very aware of your position. And that's one of the reasons that Brock is telling you not to swing as much, because you're giving your position away literally every time. They're going to see that big wall of ink. And you're again, visible, but you see that they're taking the fight and not paying enough attention to you. I guess they forgot you were there or something, so you're able to clean that up. Ooh, almost died to a curling bomb. Good dodge. Fighting the tide there is not the play. You want to go perpendicular to them. They can't really... So if you were to go to your back left over here, if you were to just go this way, they don't have a really clean way of hitting you with those curling bombs, and besides, they're going to be targeting the zone anyway. So, better, especially since you're not going to hit anyone, they're bumping you all over the place, they're painting the area. Just get out of that danger zone, and you're in a better spot. But ends up working out, your team is able to keep things painted there. So, I think just to sum it all up in general, swing when you know you're going to hit something, and if you've stopped hitting things, move. Put yourself in more aggressive positions. Position preemptively for fights instead of positioning right at the zone to paint it as soon as they start painting it. Definitely know your ranges and know which flicks you should be using in which moments. I think you do better towards the end at using the vertical flick when that's the correct one to use, but sometimes it does seem just a little bit frenzied. So try and be like a little bit more deliberate with the choices of attacks that you're using. Also play the carbon and learn the burst pump combo.
Yeah, I've already switched to the carbon.
Nice. That's what I like to hear. All right. So we have another order of business that we've got to take care of before we close things out today. We got another 20 minutes or so. And with those 20 minutes, what we are going to do is we are going to get an in-house going. We need to record matches for Ashik's sake, I believe, so that we can get a... because I believe they don't have recording equipment. I believe that's what we had talked about. And so we need to record using my spectator view on the stream here today so that they'll have something to watch. So, no password.
In-house?
I'm going to put my friend code in the chat.
Avery, are you coming to the in-house?
I think I am.
Let's go!
Nice.
Very nice.
Roller
Oh,
Prodigy!
Avery showcase, let's go.
Ashik, what map mode would you like us to play on? It's your choice since it's your VOD.
And what do
Moray
you mean?
clams.
And what?
I said, and what did they mean? I think they said buckets. I could be wrong.
Yeah, let's just play Moray clams, the greatest test of skill.
Moray clams is fine. Moray clams is a good moray.
I just
as good
dislike
of
it
one as
because it's
there
my
is.
least favorite mode and my least favorite map put together in the same instance. And the only reason I don't like clams is because it gives me heart palpitations. It's so stressful.
I'm gonna bring Ashik up into our chat. Hello there.
Aren't like all of the games stressful?
Yeah, true.
Clams are specifically stressful.
Ashik, am I pronouncing your name correctly?
Yes, actually. Usually people don't get it right.
Awesome.
Usually it's Ashik.
Yeah,
That thing.
that was my second guess, I suppose. But all right. So
it's
first of all, what weapon do you play?
I probably main the or well, I do main. I main the Kensa sloshing machine, and that's probably
Ooh,
going to be the one I'll be
Very
using.
cool. Very cool. Okay. Good weapon.
Um,
And what map mode would you like?
Probably splat zones and
Are
don't
you
really have-
Mimi Boy 36?
I am Ashik. I got in.
PB.
I had Devi added.
You have me added?
Yeah, cause I think
Oh, was it
I
from
don't-
like a
I don't
PB
know.
the other day or something?
On the way.
It might be, or I just saw your friend code and added it, but I'm in the room. I don't have a
There you are.
specific map. Just preferably nothing with one giant zone. I like 2 zone a bit more.
Okay, so you want to do zones?
Yes, please.
All right.
And I'm
also-
not looking at the stream anymore, so I'm not stream sniping.
So nothing with one. Okay, so nothing like Inkblot or Kelp Dome. You're saying?
Brief and
Yeah.
camp.
Preferably not camp. I don't like
How
that.
about like Piranha Pit or Mako Mart? Mako Mart's fine.
Oh yeah, Mako too.
Yeah, Mako Mart's fine too. That's
Everybody
nice.
likes Splat Zone's Mako Mart. Nobody is allowed to dislike it. Okay, we've got 9 people in here, which is perfect. So I get to spectate, and then I will try and even out the teams a little bit. Because we have a couple of competitive level players in here. We're going to do our best to make things as fair as we can. It looked like Ashik was... Are you in... I'm just guessing roughly by the level, maybe like S+ territory, or are you X rank?
I'm in S+ in splat zones. I just hit S+6.
Okay.
The other ones are around like S+0, S+3 rank.
All right. So we are going to split up the Devi Bab duo because that is dangerous. We're gonna put Bab with Ashik, and then we'll take a gamble on Mimi Boy here, and then
I didn't.
go Mikey,
Yeah, Mikey Pog.
Simon, and that's not the way we want to do this. We want to do this way and this way. I think that should be pretty decent. What? Yeah. Yeah, I like that. Okay. Brock, if you were about to tell me you don't like Mako Mart, I would ban you from Splatoon. You would not be allowed to squid.
I got a whole
longer.
team wipe in
No,
rank.
calling up
no little
your
buddy
squid
for me. I'm
licenses
calling
revoked.
Nintendo, and you're.
I'm gonna tell my uncle that works at Nintendo.
Yeah,
I'm
exactly.
telling
From the
him I like
future.
Mako Mart.
This is the only map in Splatoon 3.
That's
There
it.
you go.
I'll switch weapons, my bucket friends.
I am going to take my camera off the screen so that it will be a better recording.
Yeah, I'm not. I don't even have Twitch open, so I'm not like cheating or anything.
It would be impossible to anyway.
Yeah, that's right. You're spectating. I'd just be
Uh,
watching myself.
What gear do they want?
Okay, Babs
It's also a
is
bit of a
expecting
delay.
next game. Sure thing.
Sucks. There we go.
As you should. No one is allowed to dislike
Oh.
Mako Mart. There we go. There we go. It was voted by a number of competitive players, like several hundred of them, the most popular map in all of competitive Splatoon 2.
It's just
Really?
fun.
It's just like
It's just
every
fun
mode
map.
is pretty darn okay. I would never object to playing any one of them in tournament.
My boyfriend compares Kelp Dome to the COD map because I guess there's some map in Call of Duty similar. It reminds him of that.
Huh.
I am not familiar enough with Call of Duty to say.
Ne-
but
neither
it's
am I, but he sent me a picture of it and it kind of looks similar. Very-
Interesting.
I really hated Kelp Dome, especially when I mainly played Sloshing Machine Neo because my point sensors would catch on literally anything. Except for when I
However,
wanted to throw.
The buckets do have their power there because it's
Yeah, they
one of
do.
2 weapons that I'm afraid of on Kelp Dome.
All right,
Yeah,
let's see if
they-
Mikey got his gear out because he timed out, so I don't know if.
My
he was
bad.
ready.
Mikey?
No, we're good. It's the same as
Alright.
what I was
Okay,
paying
okay.
for.
Cool. So this is what we've got.
Cool.
This is what we've got, and we are going to do this. And now we are
Sorry
watching action
about
video.
that. Okay, good. You just. I
That was,
like my camera freaked out for a
No
second.
pressure.
Yeah.
I'm going to keep my commentary to a minimum to avoid being distracting.
My arms are shaking.
Ah!
Spectator cam glitched the heck out there. That's funny.
Yikes.
Very nice. Very
Big
nice.
yikes.
Spectator cam was glitching the heck out a little.
Oh, sorry.
It was going all over. No, that's not your fault. You were like, it thought you were going over a wall and then you weren't, and
Oh,
so it would
no.
just teleport you back.
It might have been lag too, honestly.
Kind of wild.
Good job, Mikey. You got the only splat.
Jeez.
Well done. Well done.
So we're gonna switch the teams up a little bit there and see what we
Mikey
can
is
do with that.
absolutely sick on the sticks.
Goated.
Yeah, I was just way too good for that game. I just.
Do we have one other person who wants to join? Because Bab needs to be spectier, and that would leave us with one person short for the game. So there's my friend code if anybody needs it. I know Cephalopod Stew's not in, and Cephalopod Stew was playing with us last night, so open invitation. Or actually, I can join, but I'd need the friend code. Yeah, you would. It's right there in the chat. Haha.
Wow, Jen just read your mind.
In
That is
between
incredible.
games. Okay, sounds good.
Secretly
So-
psychic.
We'll do another zones map and see if we can get it to last a little bit longer, give us more to talk about.
Nope.
So, let's see here.
You know the great Zapfish is on this map?
I
was
did
that?
not.
Yep. At about 50, with 50 seconds remaining on the clock, on the map side where it has more of the open lake, down by where that grill is. I don't remember the callouts for that map. But where the ramps that go down.
It's
to
called
those, like,
useless.
yeah, that's what I thought it was. But yeah, the useless. I forget what side it is, but it's the one that doesn't really have much. It's all open water. 50 seconds left in the match. The Zapfish will, any mode too. The great Zapfish will surface, swim around a bit, and go back down.
That's
That's
funny.
really interesting.
I've never seen it before.
All right.
Okay, there we go. I'm in this time. For real.
I would join, but I'd only play Aerospray. Okay, Brock is banned. Brock's not allowed to. No
think you were.
Aerospray propaganda on this coaching stream. I would lose my teaching license.
Hearing a lot of Game Echo.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. That's pro.
Mhm. All right, here we go. So we're moving out. Those are comes the and down goes the yellow team. It's yellow on our side because I've got color lock on, so it'll be different for the players themselves. Reason being, what happens is if there's any green ink color that's in the rotation that shows up on screen, it'll reflect from my TV off my skin, and I will be green screened out.
Yeah, the opposing team is absolutely very green in this game.
Yeah, it's
Alright, yellow team able to take the lead here. Bomb goes down. Player down for each team. That hitbox is insane. Able to get the chip damage down. All right.
yay.
So that should be a good couple of matches there. So we will have to talk a little bit and figure out exactly when we're going to do the VOD review. 'Cause dates are a little weird right now. I'm going to be moving out of state shortly. And
wow.
it's going to be a little bit tricky to see if we can get a Squid School up and running on especially July 6th and maybe in the future from there. But we'll do our best and we'll get back to you about that when we can. Just make sure to send me a message on Discord. And we can get it all figured out on the calendar.
Alrighty. Thanks for fitting the recording in.
All right. Okay, so in the meantime, we've got 5 more minutes. Let's just play some Squid Game, huh?
All right.
We're gonna do tower
Squid Game?
control,
Wait.
tower
Play
control
Squid Game?
ink blot because I said so.
Oh.
Yeah.
Fun.
Let's get
Going to see the-
Cephalus Stew in here. We're just gonna make everybody purple. It's gonna be great. We'll let fate decide.
What
Oh,
if
no.
it was purple?
Oh no.
Oh,
Oh no.
The ultimate color. What's it gonna do?
Okay.
I'm just gonna apologize ahead of time for me. Just
And
Oh, you're good.
Jamie, we'll separate Bab and Devi, and then we'll just let the rest.
But you
be up
said to let fate decide.
Let it rip.
that's a bit too much to leave to fate.
Yeah, Devi and Bab on the same team are gonna defy fate a little bit, so we don't want. Jeez. Brock.com, the best frontliner on planet Earth, who uses the charger, that is. I remember back when I was first getting into this game thinking like, wait, charger tap shots do 40 damage, and they don't have such a bad fire rate. Why can't you just frontline with this?
Yeah, they're
I actually
all
thought that
three
for a
shot.
second, and then tried it and was like, oh, it's not a fast fire rate. I see.
Yeah, they're all 3 shots. I think so. I know the Splat and E-Later is.
Chem is Father Fate, and he said no.
Can people hear me? It's saying I'm talking.
Mhm, yeah.
Okay, good. Sorry, I forgot my good set of earbuds at my dad's, so I'm using like a broken pair, and then it likes to like just disconnect my mic for no reason.
Isn't Fate usually personified as a woman, not as Father
Yeah.
Fate?
Yeah, it's Fate.
Because we like blaming all our problems on women.
Yay!
Hey.
Yay, misogyny!
So fun.
It's
so great not having to
most of the-
answer for your mistakes. Anyway.
Yeah, I know, right? Most of the time, it's usually Lady Luck instead of Fate, since
Yeah,
Fate and Luck are
that
kinda...
too. That's really funny.
That one song.
Oh, Fortuna.
Oh, there's a Squid beggar among us.
Mean old lady.
That would make sense.
Something, I don't speak Latin.
Oh, there was a lot going on there, and I couldn't...
Yeah. Happens to me on a daily basis.
That's okay. My friend has a compilation of clips of me just falling off the stages.
Welcome to my stream.
I don't know how he catches them half the time. Like, I swear, he'll be halfway across the map, and he's like, "I got that." I'm like, "How? You weren't even there."
You're just always putting the camera on you. The camera loves you, baby.
Oh.
Camera's just always on you. The paparazzi,
Must
they're
be.
snapping pictures. This is my New York accent. Do you like it?
I've never
Everybody's
been in
required to nod because they like
No! No! Oh.
I'm blocking my shots. I don't like it. Ouch.
Let me splat you already. God.
Yeah, when people sometimes when I play charge, I'll just go, "Please stand still. I don't like you dodging. It's not very nice." Guys,
Yeah,
they turned umbrellas from Splatoon into a real thing. I'm sure I'm the only one that's gonna do it.
Yeah, going along with something
walking
Brock
the
said in
dog.
chat just now,
Oh no.
I think a lot of people have this like misconception that if they want to like get into competitive play, for example, that's a milestone that people are usually intimidated by. What a lot of people will say is, "I'm not good enough to play competitive yet." And the thing is, the way you get good at playing competitively is by playing competitively. They've got it backwards. Like, you have to play competitive enough to get good, not the other way around. You don't get good to play competitive. So, like, if you're like, "I want to get, like, A rank, and I'm just scared to try," like, you know what? You might D rank down to B, or, like, to B minus or something. That's a thing that might happen. But you know what's not going to happen if you don't play the game? You're not going to get to A.
What?
Tower.
Just do it.
Thanks, that was it.
Yep. I was like, tower's pushing, you're a little too far up, we need you back.
I'm bad with dealing with Bravous. I'm not good with countering them sometimes.
Way to counter them is debate them.
Yeah,
It's hard, but that's kind of the only way to do it.
they need a whole dodging base.
You really need teamwork with that one too.
Mm-hmm. Because I keep thinking, well, if I can angle my shots right, I can just aim over them with my sloshing machine. That's kind of the whole point of this weapon, but it don't work out.
I got you finally, Bab. You may go for it, if you please. Never mind.
I was surprised they didn't pierce into me.
I was jumped off to the side because I had a hunch that something was there, and I'm just like, maybe I can dodge it. I did not. Alright. Ah! I got very stuck.
Ooh.
Oh, we're so close. We're so close.
The comeback? The comeback?
There we go.
Out.
They're off the tower now. See if the other team can actually get on and trigger an overtime. Oh, and they took it!
So close.
That was a
Debbie,
really good
Debbie
one.
was on it too, Babs. Debbie was hiding
on
out
it.
there
I
too.
literally didn't leave it. I was just below it on the wall.
Oh, wow.
The deny.
That was awesome.
Yeah, that was a really good game. I'm glad we ended off on that one.
The
So,
Debbie difference.
yeah, to keep going on with Cebolado I don't know how to pronounce that. I'm sorry. I want to get better in those modes too, but I waste too much time trying to create the best gear. So what I would say with gear is that I think it's tremendously overrated. I think that there are, certain things that with gear that let you play differently, that give you more options. But I honestly think that, case in point, on the how to get out of ranked videos that I put on YouTube that I imagine a lot of you guys are here from having seen, I made all of those videos where I smurf all the way up to X rank without leveling my gear. Like, it's all 1-star gear. And now, granted, the mains aren't bad on it, but, people will min-max that so crazily, and it's not what's going to win you games. What's going to win you games are your mechanics, your decision-making, and your awareness. And so those are the things that you should be working on. If you... Because what I worry is happening in a lot of those cases is that people are trying to kind of shield themselves from the, I guess, ego death, if you want to call it that, from their pride being harmed by losing, by saying, "Oh, I'm not ready yet. Like, I need to do this one other thing before I'm gonna go and do that." And just go in, screw up. Go in, make mistakes, and as long as you're going in and you've got the mindset that you're going to learn from those mistakes and do better next time, it should be fine. It's definitely possible to go in with a mindset where you're focused so much on learning that you don't have time to be upset, that you don't have time to criticize what your teammates are doing and get annoyed at their bad decisions, that you don't have time to look at yourself and go, "Oh, I should have done that better," that you don't have time to look at the bar go down and think, "Oh man, I should have won that game. What cost me that game?" Just go in and think, what could I have done better? Even if you win, even if you're destroying them, be thinking, what could I have done better? And if you're in that mindset, just play, and the results will come. So with that said, that is it for us for the stream today. Thank you everybody for stopping by. Really appreciate everybody coming in and making this as big of a stream as it's become. If you're ever interested in getting a VOD review on this stream, all you have to do is go to this Discord server here. This is the Bravous community Discord server. We have Splatoon there. We also have some other games and some other, communities of people who play. Lots of Smashers on there, for example. And just find me. I am Gem. Usually I have a pink Chaos Emerald as my profile picture, although right now I have a beautiful, gorgeous image of myself drawn by a teammate of mine as my profile picture. And just DM me from there, and that's all you got to do. Just DM me on Discord, and we'll get something set up. Mm-hmm.
Real quick before we go, vote for Nick Yingling for Smash Summit 11, everyone.
Let's go!
Vote Nick Yingling for Smash Summit 11.
Oh my
You got a Smash GG account, you got a Twitter account, you better vote Nick Yingling for Smash Summit 11.
Let's go! Let's get up there, baby!
Oh my god, I love it. I love the nepotism. Anyway,
Second place.
So the question that got buried by the link spam there
Sorry.
was, where can I find the old VOD reviews? So we have the Bravous Esports YouTube channel, which is where we put all of our edited content. And at the moment, Simon, who is on the call right now, is in the process of learning to edit those together so that we can put a more edited, short version of them on the main YouTube channel. But currently, we are also archiving the entire stream VOD, so the whole 2-hour shebang, on the Bravous VODs YouTube channel. So that is BRAVOUS VODS, like that. Look up that channel on YouTube, and all of those VODs get uploaded there in pretty short order after they're recorded. So that's another place that you can go to find those. Thank you for being here, everybody. Bye, Tao. And bye to everybody else.
Just the usual.
Pab and Mikey getting into it. Okay. Bye, everybody.
Angry.
We'll see you next week.
Peace.